In Material Master, each and every field I am going to explain very detailedly. So we can start with under the Material Master basic data one view. Under the basic data one view, the first topic, material number. So what is meant by material number in Material Master? What is the purpose? The SAP material number is the primary master data element of the SAP MM module. It is used to both describe and record history of purchases made. The material numbers for each unique material is generated by the SAP system. Materials are linked to account code, vendor, price, descriptions and other informations needed for the execution of a structured purchase order using this material number. When creating a purchase document, a material can be searched by its material number, descriptive name or selected from drill down from material group name. Once selected, the material short text can be amended to more precisely describe the item and unlimited long text is also available. So what is the use? The material number uniquely identifies a material in the SAP system. As a rule, a material master record must exist for each material subject to inventory management within a form. This record is stored under the material number. Why do we need this? A structured purchase order is the most efficient use of the SAP material management system. A structured SAP purchase order is one in which a vendor is identified and an outline agreement is in place within SAP. The material number is the primary linking mechanism within SAP MM module. It can reference multiple data source within SAP and link them to the purchase order for reference, agreements, vendor, terms and conditions, bill of materials, so we can say etc. Setting up a material number is not a simple task since it can link into a significant number of data sources. The link also must be maintained and the links updated as things change. Use of materials allows us to get a better picture of what we are purchasing, thus allowing strategic purchasing decisions to be taken to get leverage for better prices, terms and conditions from our suppliers by concentrating purchasing power. So without a material number, the system allows us merely to report on who we are buying from. It provides no information about what we are buying. So each department will have access to purchase reports to allow determination of spending patterns of their purchasing groups or against suppliers and material groups and materials. SAP provides the ability to link supplier master data to material master data through a mechanism. So material number is very important in the material master. So here see some examples under the steering assembly. So we have the power steering pump, so 71000015. This is my unique number power steering pump. So this is my unique number for tire and this is my unique number for stabilizer. So system will have unique number each and every material in our SAP system material masters. So second one, industry sector. So first of all, what is meant by industry sector? Industry sectors indicates the assignment of your materials to a certain branch of industry. For example, plant, engineering and constructions, chemical industry, mechanical engineering and pharmaceutical industries. So what is the use? Like the material type, the industry key also has important control functions. It determines, for example, the selection of data fields on screens or the screen sequence. The subdivision into different industry sectors is necessary because, for example, a material in the chemical industry, such as a chemical solutions, differs from a material in mechanical engineering in its basic characteristics. In the standard version of SAP system, the following industry sectors has been defined for the material master record. So the industry key we have to create by using one digit ID. So A, plant engineering and construction, C, chemical, M, mechanical engineering, P, pharmaceutical. So these are all the standard industry key available in our SAP systems. So then material type. In SAP material management module, the material types are the materials which are having similar attributes are categorized together and assigned to a material type. It is a classification of allowed material into material types based on the material master. Material type controls the following functions: number range assignment, it may be internally or externally. Field selection, for example, which fields are mandatory, which fields are optional, which field we can hide or we can make it display. Then quantity and value basis, external procurement or internal procurement, which value classes are to be allowed. So these metrics controlled by material type. So in SAP standard systems, we have the standard material type, service, spare parts, finished product, semi-finished product, pipeline material, raw material, consumable materials, packaging, non-stock materials. These are all the standard material type in our SAP systems. So different type of material types. Let's say raw material type, which means child parts we can purchase from our suppliers. Then subassembly, which means semi-finished product material type. So we can assemble internally or we can manufacture in our factory or in our manufacturing plant. The final one is finished goods or final assembly. So this finished goods also manufactured by our company or our plant. So the next topic, material descriptions. A short text describing a material, you can enter this text in the material master record in as many languages as you like, though only one text is allowed per language. You normally enter the material descriptions in the logon language on the first data screen you process. Since the material descriptions is the same for all user departments, it is important to agree on a suitable descriptions when the material master record is created. Changing a material descriptions. The material descriptions can be changed on any data screen in the material master by user authorized to change the field valid at client levels. So the next one, base unit of measure. In industry terminology, we used to call as unit of measure, UOM. So these are all the examples, base unit of measure examples. So the system distinguishes between the following unit of measure we used to call as base unit of measure. This is the unit of measure in which the stocks of your materials are managed. System converts all quantities entered in other units to the base unit of measure. So the second type is alternative unit of measure. So individual departments may have their own unit of measures. For example, purchasing may use a different units than the sales or warehouse management. All units of measure other than the base unit of measure are referred to as alternative unit of measure. The system supports the following alternative unit of measure: order unit, which means allows a material to be ordered in a unit differing from the base unit of measure. The order unit is proposed automatically in purchasing functions where it can be changed. Second type is sales unit, allows a material to be sold in a unit differing from the base unit of measure. The sales unit is proposed automatically in the sales order where it can be changed. Third one is unit of issue, unit of measure in which the material is issued from the warehouse. It allows consumption, stock transfer, transferring postings, and physical inventories to be recorded in a unit differing from the base unit of measure and from stock keeping unit. So the final one is warehouse management unit, unit of measure in which materials are managed in warehouse management. For inventory management, the system convert the quantities entered in the warehouse management unit into the base unit of measure. For example, if a material is normally managed using pieces as the base unit of measure, but several thousands pieces are contained in a box, it may be more appropriate to define a warehouse management unit that is more managed for warehouse management purpose. So the next field in material master basic data one view, material group. So what is meant by material group? Material groups are defined at client level. You can define material groups in SAP to differentiate the various materials. For example, an electronic manufacturing organizations can classify computers as desktops, television as electronics, speakers as sound systems, etc. Each classifications have its own individual group. Material which are having the same characteristics are grouping together and assigned to a material group in SAP. It is not a control function like material type, where the material groups are used to generate the reports. This is only for reporting purpose. So these are all the examples, like all the fasteners coming under one material group, all the rubber items coming under one material group, all electrical component coming under one material group, all plastic component coming under one material group. So like this we can classify different material group. So these are all the SAP standard material group available in the SAP standard systems. So the next one, what is meant by old material number in material master field under the basic data one view? So old material number means the number under which you have managed the material so far or still manage it, for example in another system or in a card index. You can use this old material number to systematically search for material master record via match codes. So the next one, external material group. So what is meant by external material group? It's normally used for provision materials. Also, the relevant supplier can differ depending on the material requested. You can use this external material group to distinguish you supply relationship your supply relationship by different material. The external material group assigned in the relevant material master record is used to differentiate the supply relationships. When you create a supply relationship, you define time period for the relationship as well as the external material group for which the supply relationship is to be used. If a purchase order is created for a material, the system determines the external material group from the material master record and uses the supply relationship to determine the related force element. Material requirements therefore arise automatically for the force element that is responsible for supplying this material. So the next one, a division in material master basic data view. Division that you see in SAP is actually the material division. When you create materials, it can belong to one division of your company. Say for example, if you take Unilever, there are many divisions there. So they have food and beverages, and they have health products, and they have products for women, they have products for babies. So now these are broad classifications. So now if you have material T, it can fall in food and beverage division. So here we have some of the examples: food and beverages, healthcare products, health products, beauty products, detergent products. So these are the different divisions in the material master. So this is only for examples. So use of division, it can help you in creating different pricing, it can help you in reporting and analysis. Also, it can help you in customizing some of the operations within SAP. So then why does sales area have division in it? The reason I think is simple. The division in sales area can give you flexibility. In the above example, we know that there are a lot of divisions, but you want to have one common division to sell all your products to customers. Then you can have only one division as common division and use rest of the divisions to price and item or do an analysis. So now suppose you are an organization which supplies materials to military and also to commercial market. So then you want to restrict all the customers from the commercial market to buy materials which are in military division. Then you can create two separate sales areas and work around it. Even distribution channels can be used in this case. In my experience, these are all the things that I have seen, and also what I understand is the division of material is for pricing and subsequent report basics. If you want to break down the sales based on the division for each sales organization and distribution channel, then you should have the division in the sales orders. If divisions should come in sales orders, then it should be there in the sales area. So I hope now you understand what is the difference between material division and sales divisions. So the material division helps to creating different pricing and also for reporting and analysis, and we can customizing the operations within SAP. This is the purpose of material division. So the next field in the material master basic data one view, lab or office. So what are all laboratories, offices in SAP? Laboratories, design offices are mostly used in SAP production planning PP module to identify the person responsible for a bill of materials. Mostly if the material is the chemical component, this field is mandatory in the basic data view on the material master record. So this lab and office is the responsible persons, especially used for chemical industries. So the next field in the basic data one view, product allocation. Product allocation functionality allows one to manage the supply of products which do not follow a fixed pattern of supply. The system can perform availability checks together with the product allocation checks. In production allocations, you can allocate quantities for specific materials at various hierarchical combinations and in turn reverse this quantity for the characteristics. So these characteristics or hierarchical combination can be either the sales area data, or this can be even up to customer groups or customer level. A precise planning and controlling mechanism is one of the utmost important for the execution of competitive order processing with guaranteed efficient and timely delivery to the customer of the required order quantity. Unforeseen problems such as product deficits or increased demand can have critical consequences for order processing and must be brought under control as soon as possible. The product allocation is a function provided by the SAP R3 systems for carrying out these control options intended to help you company to avoid critical requirements and procurement situations. This should enable you to keep production to a minimum at the same time as allowing you to reach quickly to bottlenecks and changing market situations. This is example for production allocations. Material A 5000 pieces. So the customer A allocated 3000 pieces, customer B allocated 1500 pieces, all other customers allocated 500 pieces. The total quantity coming under 5000 pieces. So the next field, product hierarchy in the basic data 1 view. So what is meant by product hierarchy? Product hierarchies are the domain of material management. A product hierarchy is assigned to the material master record. This hierarchy is broken down into two specific levels, each level containing into own characteristics. A product hierarchy is recorded by the sequence of digit within a hierarchy number. This hierarchy numbers may have a maximum of 18 digits with a maximum of 9 levels. The custom product hierarchies can be maintained in /n/b/76 code. Product hierarchy number of characters at various levels. In the standard systems, the product hierarchy consists of up to maximum 3 levels. The first and second level have 5 digit and the third level has 8 digit. The maximum number of digit is 18 and the maximum number of level is 9 in the SAP standard system. You can define hierarchy node at the individual levels of the product hierarchy. So for example, every finished product will have product hierarchy. So the level 101 paint, level 2 0001 interior emulsion, exterior emulsion, level 3 0001 00002 white based, color based. These configurations to be done in v/76 T code. Then when you choose the product hierarchy, every level will appears one by one to be selected. So this is example for product hierarchy. The level 1 paint, so 10000. Under the paint we have two different categories, interior emulsion, exterior emulsion. So we can have separate number for interior and exterior emulsion. Under the interior emulsions we have whiteboard and color board. The same exterior emulsions we have whiteboard and color board. So now see here, under the interior emulsion whiteboard we have three different number. The first one representing paint, the second one representing interior emulsion, third one representing whiteboard. The same method goes for all the level 3 materials.